Good evening, gamers, and today we're going to review Sword Art Online Last Recollection. The Sword Art Online video game series has steadily revived entire since 2013. Also, these games mirror the anime and light novel arcs that tell an original story that dances around a few significant deaths in the series. In 2020, Sword Art Online alicization Licorice was released with a ton of post-game support that added additionally DLC, storylines and gameplay improvements. Now Sword Art Online Rust Collection is here to wrap up any losses and for a conclusion arc that brings together the entire video games cast for an epic showdown in the underworld. From a campaign perspective, Sword Art Online Rust Collection delivers the most traditional action RPGs experience in the series in quite some times. Unlike its predecessors, this game takes a more linear approach to level design with most backtracking saved for the post-credit sequence. The game picks up after the event of alicization Licorice, but also includes an original campaign that starts from the behind of a new game. A dark knight named Dorothy has entered the human realm in search of peace, but to actually get there, Kirito and his friends embark on a journey to the underworld to meet with its leaders and come to an agreement. As an original character, Dorothy undergoes significant character development throughout the campaign. Her story is handled more affectionately than Medina's in the previous installment, where her true story only unfolded through additional DLC. However, Dorothy tends to be insecure and self-critical, doubting her ability to lead or succeed, while her past experience explains her lack of confidence. The theme of a warrior's finding self-assurance is a bit cliché and disappointing. One interesting aspect is how she isolates herself from the group, just in case negotiations fail and she has to fight them, so we all know Kirito's charm and can work wonders. The main campaign took me approximately 20 hours to complete, with the story truly hitting its stride around chapter 5. The entire experience is streamlined, making it relatively easy to progress through the game. In fact, you can advance through most areas without excessive grinding or battling challenging enemies on normal difficulty. However, this is where I started to have some issues with the game. The underworld as dissipated in the game is quite unattractive, featuring cliffs, caves, castles, more cliffs, ruins and more caves. While this design effectively conveys the creaminess of living in the world, it doesn't make the game particularly visually appealing. The linear nature of the campaign also makes explore rather dull, as you don't need to explore extensively unless you're searching for side quest item on the ground. This straightforward design extends to the fact that enemies don't drop materials which are mostly non-existent in the game. The game rewards you with new weapons and equipment, along with skill points for character progressions. However, by chapter 4 you should have most of the skills you want to master. New skills only become available when specific conditions are met, but you already have access to most of them from the beginning. This limits player customization of equipment to some extent. Also, you can fine-tune your AE party member sections. In reality, this system don't need much tinkering to complete the campaign. You'll eventually come across statues that provide additional ways to customize AE partners or grant element powers required to solve field puzzles. Side quests can be found in town but are generally forgettable. They often involve defeating specific enemies or collecting lost items. I accepted them all and randomly complete them as I stumbled upon times in dungeons, but I didn't actively seek them out. There are a few particular design choices with exploring. For instance, you follow a mission marked Assault an entire chapter and suddenly you'll receive a main quest with a vague descriptions of what you need to interact to progress. It's unclear why mission together effectively with AE party members combat becomes highly satisfaction. Sword Art Online Last Recollection takes past feedback to deliver one of the best SAO gaming entires to date. However, while making improvements so unusual gameplay choices were made that impact the overall experience, aiming for a more straightforward approach to please fans. It successfully allows all players to express to conclude of this epic campaign, but the linear quest and data exploration may make it difficult to recommend it as a modern action JRPG. Thank you for watching, goodbye.